Micah Parsons or Aaron Donald?
Whew, man, it's a tough one. I'm going to go
Right?
with Aaron Donald, and for me, it's and Dan would know this. As a quarterback, there's nothing worse than pressure in your face. Quarterbacks can deal with pressure coming off the edges, and we know that Micah Parsons is kind of that movable chess piece. He lines up all over the place. But what Aaron Donald does, and the things that he fights through constant double teams all the time. There's not a defensive lineman that gets double teamed more than Aaron Donald, and then on the production on top of that makes him that much more spectacular. And so when you're getting that interior pressure that Aaron Donald provides week in and week out, it's really, really hard on a quarterback to step up in the pocket, because that's what quarterbacks want to do. They want to step up in the pocket. But when you have that type of interior presence, it makes it that much harder. Stephen A., you've heard me talk about Micah Parsons, how I feel like he's the next coming to LT. I hold him in that type of regard. I think this young bull is ready to take over this league as from the defensive side. But I'm not going to listen. We're talking about Aaron Donald here. Aaron Donald is the GOAT in the National Football League. I'm sure he's not ready to hand over that mantle to that young bull just yet.
Well, let me say this before you chime in, Dan, because I want to come in between, two football players. Let me say this. I'm fully aware of the monster that Aaron Donald is. The best in the business, deserves every penny, all-world, future Hall of Famer. He's phenomenal. But the question is, who would I rather have? The person I'd rather have is Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons right now has got 4 sacks. Hasn't had a sack the last 2 games. Had 2 sacks the first 2 games. But this brother is something special. And even though Aaron Donald is from another stratosphere, he's a defensive lineman. He's going to get after the passer. He's going to help stuff the run. What he's not going to do is drop back into coverage as well. And the reality is that when I look at Micah Parsons, the speed that he has, the ferociousness with which he goes after the quarterback, the fact that he has the capability to drop back into coverage and assist in that regard, that level of flexibility that he has available to him has everything to do with why the Dallas Cowboys defense is as potent as they are. It's freed up DeMarcus Lawrence. It's accelerated the growth and the sensational play of Trayvon Diggs. It's done everything in between. When you look at what Dallas brings to the table, he's that dude. And that's why I know they say the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is the star. I think there's an exception to every rule. And when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, the exception is Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is the star of the Dallas Cowboys. Ain't just the best player. He is the star. You can talk about the quarterback position all you want to, because Dak is Dak and you're the quarterback for the team. But Micah Parsons is just on another level. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.